For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome back, or welcome to the Focus program today. We've got a big show for a big project, which is called The Big Give. That's coming up this Tuesday, June the 12th. To tell us all about her involvement in it, Jennifer McDonald. Welcome back to the Focus show. Always a pleasure to see you, dear. But you've got important information and important things that are happening this Tuesday, June the 12th, along with Community Foundation.
Yes.
And what's it all about?
So the Big Give is a collaborative effort among 80 different charities and the Community Foundation for the Big Give. And it's a way for the community to get behind their favorite charity and give some money to help their favorite charity.
That's a few years ago, Community Foundation had a fundraiser, and I can't remember the name of it. It's
Give Where You Live.
Give Where You Live. And this is sort of a spin-off of that. It's a little different, but the concept is still the same. It's
Very
raising
similar.
money on one day.
One day only, 24 hours.
Okay. And when I write a check, do I turn it in today or before, or do I wait till the June 12th?
We encourage people to turn it in on Tuesday, June 12th. There is a way to turn it in early, but you want to make sure that you date it for June 12th.
Okay.
And it has to be written out to the Community Foundation with your favorite charity's name in the memo, or you can donate online.
Okay.
So the cool thing about the Community Foundation and the Blue Water Pregnancy Care Center has an endowment fund through them and the Eastern Michigan Christian Foundation, where when people think about planning for their estate, if they even want to give 5% or 10% or maybe their entire estate towards their favorite charity, that will make a big difference. I know a lot of people want to plan for taking care of their family after they're gone, so we totally understand that. But if everyone in the community gave 5% of their estate, it would be in the billions of dollars.
Yes, it would.
And so that would really go a long ways towards...
A little play on tithing.
It is, yes. And it would go a long way towards making sure that their favorite charity, like the Blue Water Pregnancy Care Center, is sustainable for the long term. Right now, every year we have to do fundraisers to offer the services that we offer. And fundraising can be a lot of fun, but it also can be a little bit of work.
A lot of work.
So,
for those two people who've never heard of the Blue Water Pregnancy Care Center, what do you do?
So the Blue Water Pregnancy Care Center is a nonprofit, free medical clinic for women and men that are experiencing unplanned pregnancy. And so we do things like a free pregnancy test, a free ultrasound. And the ultrasounds are really important because only an ultrasound will be able to tell a woman how far along she is and if it's going to progress. Miscarriages is very common, and so when they're making decisions about their pregnancy, you need an ultrasound.
It happened, and maybe I'm wrong here, but if you have a false pregnancy, then maybe you have 2 or 3 before you have a baby. Is that?
I am not a nurse.
Okay.
But miscarriage is common, and there's other other medical conditions that can lead to a positive pregnancy test, but no pregnancy.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then we offer assistance to moms and dads, excuse me, until 24 months after the baby's born.
Oh, that's good service. What kind of services?
Prenatal education, prenatal vitamins, parenting education, and then all sorts of baby items. So one of our couples was very diligent. The man and the woman both came in, the mom and the dad came in every week, and they earned enough diapers to really last them those 2 years of their baby's life.
Wow.
So, because babies go through about 10,000 diapers before they're potty trained, so
amazing.
it's something.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been at the center for 13 years, and the Blue Water Pregnancy Care Center has been serving all of St. Clair County for 31 years.
All right, and it's open to anybody?
Open to anybody.
Okay, when we had the website, we did put that up.
BlueWaterBabies.org.
Okay, BlueWaterBabies.org, great name, great address for a website. But does it cost anybody anything?
All of our services are free, so there's no cost whatsoever at any time for our services. And we have a whole host of other services that I don't normally talk about just because of a limitation of time. But we have things like after abortion recovery. We have how to help parents talk to their kids about sex, abstinence programs for teens, and all sorts of other things.
A wide array.
A wide range of
You're
services.
located in Fort Huron, but it's easy access and you're easy available. Let's go through the Big Give again. What is it? How can I participate? I've been hearing your radio ads on PHM. They sound good.
Awesome.
Sound good there.
So the Big Give is a one-day only giving event, online or by check, and then, but you want to make sure the check arrives that day, and then it helps to fund the operations and or the endowment fund of the various charities. And so if people want to give beyond that day, an estate plan would be a fantastic way to do that.
Okay. Jennifer McDonald, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
You do great work in St. Clair County, and we salute you for all your efforts and all that you do.
Thank you.
We'll be back with our next guest in just a second. We are recording a young man by the name of Hale Walker, and he is here to talk to us about the Imagination Station in St. Clair and the Rebuild Project, which is going to be kicking off on June the 12th in conjunction with the Community Foundation of St. Clair County's Big Give. Hale Walker, nice to see you. Welcome back to the Focus program.
Thank you, Paul.
You've got a project going with the Rotary Club of St. Clair and also the Community Foundation of St. Clair. And it involves people getting together to try and rebuild the Imagination Station. What's going on?
So St. Clair Rotary, in their leadership, they always step up. You've seen them do it for the Little League Park. You've seen it do it for the tennis courts in St. Clair and constantly.
Rotary Park, constant.
And the Imagination Station in 1994 was probably the biggest single physical involvement in a program that they've done.
It's a tremendous project.
So we're going to take a step back in time. We're going to rebuild the station and bring it up to date. There are some things that need repair on it. And with the leadership of the Community Foundation and the timing with what they have organized for the Big Give on June 12th of this year, the Big Give has taken over 80 nonprofit organizations throughout the county, just in St. Clair County. And it's going to be a 24-hour long fundraising campaign. So it really should be a lot of fun, Paul, because what you're going to do is you're going to see organizations that maybe someone didn't even know that they exist in our county, and they're going to be sort of competing with one another, rallying together. So it is a absolutely perfect time for someone who might be a little bashful to be able to ask for money. You've got the entire county trying to raise money at the same time in a 24-hour period. Then followed by the next day, the 13th, is a gala at the Seaway Terminal for everybody. And that should be a lot of fun. So what's happened so far is they've focused on raising money to do some match funds, to be able to give other incentives for giving. So it should be a great time. So Rotary, with the Community Foundation, is going to focus on that being the kickoff to raise money to rebuild the Imagination Station.
What kind of rebuilding are you talking about? Extensive? Are you going to knock it down?
We are not going to knock it down. One of the things that's unique about that playground is today, if you travel around to other communities that have new playgrounds, frankly, it's all that bright color, plastic, metal type. This takes us back to that sort of nautical thing that St. Clair has, because it's all wood. It looks like piling, so we want to keep that, and we want to keep that tradition. It's very close to a lot of people's heart. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some repairing. There's some standalone areas of the playground that may be removed and redone, but it's going to be a major project. We're talking about $175,000 to $200,000.
Oh,
yeah,
$175,000 to $200,000.
Yeah.
Wow. If people are interested in giving to the Big Give, how do they do that?
Thank you for that question, because being that it is June 12th, even if someone were to cut a check today, we would ask them to date it for June 12th, make their check payable to the Community Foundation of St. Clair County. In the memo area of it, put either the Imagination Station rebuild or St. Clair Rotary, and St. Clair Rotary will know what to do with it.
Okay. Hale Walker, he's the man
you,
that's trying to do a refurb on the Imagination Station in St. Clair, one of the Rotarians in St. Clair that does great things for the community. We're back with a friend by the name of Maddie Lever. Maddie Lever, welcome back.
Thank you.
A junior at St. Clair High School.
Yes.
I got a story about you right here. Maddie Lever is a junior at St. Clair High School and has participated in mock trial for 2 years. Maddie does mock trial because it is her absolutely favorite thing in the world.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely in the world. According to Maddie, the excitement and joy she gets when she steps into the courtroom is the best feeling ever. Did you write this?
Yes, I did.
After graduation, Maddie plans to attend either University of Michigan or Michigan State University. What do you say about that, Colin? And study law in hopes of becoming a prosecuting attorney. Welcome
Yes.
back to the Focus Set.
Thank
here.
you so much for having me.
You've been on a couple times as a participant in mock trial.
Yes.
For those that might not know, the two people, as I said in the previous interview, the two people that might not know what mock trial is, tell me what it is.
So mock trial is basically a really friendly competition between all the schools in St. Clair County, and it's actually a nationwide thing, but we get a big case around November, and we either play a witness or a lawyer, and we do basically a mock trial.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is your second year. What'd you do the first year?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
This is your second year in mock trial?
Yes,
So
yes.
what'd you do the first year? What'd you do the second year?
Oh, well, everyone on our team plays a witness and a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
So you did that, both witness and a lawyer, both years?
Yes, I did.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get it.
Yes, and you either pick a prosecution side or a defense side.
Do you pick it, or does the coach or the team?
It kind of depends on teams. For our team, Mr. Klutz lets us pick whatever we want.
And the St. Clair High School team's been pretty successful over the last 2 years.
Yes, we actually had a very good season this year. We placed third in the county tournament, and we won 10 out of the 14 individual awards.
Wow.
And then, we made it to states and placed fifth.
Okay. Now you said you're not the expert on what the Big Give involvement is with mock trial.
No, not really. We just have been raising money for it over the past couple of months.
And so if people want to donate to the Big Give this Tuesday, June 12th, through the Community Foundation, they can designate that the money goes to mock trial.
Yes, they can. And it can even designate St. Clair mock trial.
Oh, St. Clair High School?
Yes, yes.
Oh, so if I want to give money for Yale or Algonac or
Yes, you can
Port
absolutely
Huron
do
or
that.
whoever I want to give to, but we'll forget all those people and have them give it to St. Clair and Marine
Yes,
City.
yes, please do. Well, not Marine City, St. Clair.
Okay. Well, Maddie, you're going to have a great year next year. You're going to be a senior next year.
Yes, I am.
And then, as you had said in the bio that you gave us, you're going to go to UM or Michigan State. What's the toss-up between the two?
Well, I really want to go into U of M, and I hope I will be able to. But Michigan State's kind of my backup school.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Maddie Lever, great swimmer, great young lady. We're
Thank
proud
you.
to see you again and have you back on the Focus.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be back with our next guest from the Big Give in just a second. Well, we've been talking about the Big Give, which is coming up this coming Tuesday, June the 12th. A really important thing that the Community Foundation is putting together. As our earlier guest, Jennifer McDonald, mentioned, there's over 80 charity groups, nonprofit groups in the St. Clair County alone that are participating in this fundraising day starting at midnight to 12:01 a.m. and going all day Tuesday, June 12th. You can participate. One of the organizations that's involved is Kathy and Tom Burton with the Riverbank Theater and Youth Academy, and they're going to be raising money for that. Let's take a look at their little video now.
for the kids in this area. My son very much enjoyed it. The future of the theater.
The skills that they're learning through this program are things that they will use in their day-to-day life.
One thing that I think is really important is you're bringing a bunch of kids together from different communities.
Have fun with kids who are outside of their regular environments.
Give it a shot. It's more fun than anything else.
Kathy Burton, there's Kathy Burton and the crew from the Riverbank Theater and Youth Arts Academy. If you would like to donate some money to them to keep that little organization going, just make that one of your checks for the Big Give this coming Tuesday, the 12th. In addition to that, the East China Education Foundation, that's a foundation that is out of the East China School District. They raise money to give back to the teachers. So the teachers in the East China School District have an opportunity to request a grant of up to $750 for needs for their classroom. And there's some pictures I think that they've got. There they go. This is the board of directors. They were assembled for a fundraiser, and they're a happy group of people who are really interested in the East China schools. They also are participating in the Big Give this Tuesday, June the 12th. So you can give some money to the East China Education Fund. That's another one of the charities. As we said at the top of the show, there's over 80 different charities that are involved in this program, and we encourage you to get your checkbook out, go online to the Big Give in East St. Clair County East. There is a Big Give coming June 12th, and as we record this, there's 4 days left, so you have time, but make sure that the check you send or the money you send is dated the 12th of June, so that the different groups, all 88 are listed here on their webpage, community development, social kinds of things, education and youth, all sorts of things. A great project organized and supported by the Community Foundation of St. Clair County. So that's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next week, this is Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.